welcome back to my little world. Today, I literally could not be bothered to do my makeup or my hair or do anything, but I decided I was gonna film it, I was gonna make it fun, and I was gonna show you what I do when I can't be bothered to do my makeup, but I still feel like I have to, and I still wanna feel good about myself. So if you wanna see how I got this look, I'll talk you through it, show you the products that I'm using. I'll also tell you a little holy grail or a product that I absolutely love and live for. I've been using it for probably 10 years, honestly. 2 products in particular that I'm going to tell you all about today. I am by no means a makeup influencer or anything, but I do love makeup, so I would tell you that I am a makeup girly. If you do enjoy videos like these, let me know in the comments down below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so that would really mean the world to me if you could like and subscribe. Today, I wanted to do I can't be able to do my makeup, but here's what I do anyway. We are going to a family event this afternoon, and to be honest, the last thing I want to do right now is my hair and my makeup, but I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna post it up for you. So if you're ever feeling like can't be bothered to do your makeup, but you know you need to do it, or you know you should do it anyway to make yourself feel better, then I got you covered, girl. I'm probably also feeling like a bit can't be bothered because I just had like an everything shower. I just washed my hair, shaved, did all the things, and honestly, there's nothing worse because then I've just dried my hair and now I have to straighten or curl my hair and also do my makeup. So doing all of those things in one day, we all know how overwhelming that feels. So I also just literally freaking tinted my eyebrows as well. So it's all happening today. Why I decided to do everything today, don't ask. But anyway, here we are. We're gonna get into our makeup. Here is a little overview of my makeup drawer. And honestly, this used to be so much worse. Like I've actually chucked out so much stuff, it's a joke. I also have a second drawer. It's not full of makeup, but I've got my hair stuff, and then I've still got some palettes and lip gloss and lipstick that I literally don't even use. Like I literally hate lipstick, but anyway. Makeup palettes. But like when I tell you that I used to be like obsessed with makeup and like watching YouTube videos, like being self-taught, like practicing makeup, I love doing makeup, and I am by no means a makeup artist or a makeup influencer, but I feel like I do know a thing or two. My obsession these days is probably buying activewear, not so much makeup, but oh my God, back in the day, I used to have like a literal problem with buying makeup. Like I would probably buy something from Mecca every 1 to 2 weeks, like literally Mecca and Sephora, die hard, like love, like would buy anything that a makeup artist told me to. And I'll be honest with you, these days, I literally just go to Big W and I buy cheap shit. I mean, MCO Beauty is still up there in terms of like good quality stuff for a decent price. But for example, I can't find the other eyebrow pencil that I had, but this MCO Beauty one, I think it was like $14 or $16 or something, which is amazing because you buy one from Sephora or something and you're spending like $54 on a freaking eyebrow pencil. No thank you. Back in the day, I would have been like, absolutely. To be honest, I've actually stepped up my game. Since I bought this, I've stopped buying the $4 ones that you can get from Kmart. So if you are, you know, on a little bit of a budget, or you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, then MCO Beauty if you want to spend about $16, otherwise Kmart if you want to spend about $4. But honestly, the Kmart one doesn't last as long as this or a more expensive one. So first of all, I always start with a moisturizer. I always moisturize like, not so much my whole face, but especially like in my T-zone, like underneath my eyes, my nose, around my forehead. Like I do spread it around my whole face, but really focusing on the areas like my nose and just above like my forehead. Now, this is really disgusting, but I keep a old face wash next to where my makeup is. That's disgusting, but I use it to wipe my hands, wipe my brushes, literally anything, and then obviously every so often I'll wash it. I'm gonna start with some NARS foundation, and this is in the shade Stromboli. I use a brush to initially just put it all over my face, and then later on I'll go in with a beauty blender and bounce it all out. I just find applying it with a brush is easier, and then going in with your beauty blender, you'll see soon, but adding in like a little bit more foundation in the areas that you want to cover a little bit more. Also, we don't need to talk about the color difference, okay? I haven't like been in the sun or had a spray tan for a hot minute, so I don't want to hear about it. I'm just going to cover up as much as I can and hopefully wear something that doesn't show how white I am. All right, now I'm going in with my big ass beauty blender. Always wet your beauty blender before you use it, please. It is so bad when it's dry. It just, oh, blech. Please wet your beauty blender. Look at that coverage just on that side. Compared to that side, you can still see some of my little freckles, marks, etc. Compared to, obviously you can still see them a bit here too, but it's a lot better than just like the one layer with a brush. Amazing. Just a tiny little pump. Just adding a little bit more. Next, we have our Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium Beige. The thing I never understood when I was watching makeup tutorials is people draw like the massivest triangle all the way. And I'm like, I feel like that's just way too much. Like you literally mustn't move like any product, because when I blend this out, you'll see I can get it all the way up to here without drawing it all the way. Anyway, bouncer in. Also another hot tip, always pat, don't swipe. If you swipe, you're going to rub your makeup off and you're going to move it. Whereas if you bounce it, you're bouncing it more into your skin and you're setting it on your face. See, like I've literally just covered all the way up to where I need it to go underneath my eyes. This never looks like aesthetic doing this. Next step, we are going to start defining our face. So I have got this from Revolution, which I think I literally got from like Priceline or Chemist Warehouse or something like that. So this is just a darker concealer than my skin tone in the shade C12.5. So that's just a bit darker. Cheek, cheek, forehead, forehead, nose, under the lip. Now, this step is not necessary if you literally cannot be bothered to do your makeup, but one thing that I've learned over the years is if you put effort into your base, everything else kind of just comes together. Like I don't do a lot on my eyes when I can't be asked to do my makeup. Sometimes I don't even wear mascara, but if you put effort into the base, I feel like you still look put together. I'm just blending this out. The two brushes that I've used so far, they are Jeffree Star brushes. I've had my makeup brushes for so long, like I think any makeup artist would probably like die, roll over in their grave, because I've had these for so long and they're probably so disgusting. Again, I am swiping, but I'm also kind of like patting all of these in place. I'm not like going hardcore like this, like you're still patting it and moving it in the direction that you want. And then normally what I do, I'll go in with the big side of my beauty blender and I will just further pat that into the skin and blend it with the foundation and soften up all of those lines. Right, now that we've got all of our cream products on our face, it's time to set. So I use powder. I use the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder. I have had this for the longest time and this is a product that I swear by. Like I have literally found my holy grail products literally over the years. So I'm just gonna go in with a cheap Amazon or Shein little sponge and I'm going to pat underneath my eyes where we put that concealer earlier. And don't worry, we'll wipe this away later. Tap that on the other side, underneath my eye, my chin, a bit on the forehead. Again, just where we put that concealer. And then the next place that I put this is I'm gonna go in underneath that contour that we did, just a little bit like that. Before we brush it away, this I have had for years and I honestly don't know if they make this anymore, but it is the Fresh and Flawless Australis powder and this is in the shade Medium Tan. I honestly have no idea if this is still made. However, again, going in with a really old fluffy brush that is disgusting. I'm just gonna go over lightly over the top of everywhere, even the places we haven't brushed away yet. Just lightly tap over the whole face, the neck. Then I'm just gonna go in with a brush that looks a little something like this and just lightly brush away any excess powder that is still on those lighter areas. All right, next we're gonna go in with two little brushes like this. They are literally identical, but obviously as you can see, I use one of them for contour bronzer and the other one I use for blush. They are slightly different colors. Now, I literally swear by this. It was an investment, I remember at the time. I can't remember how much it cost, but I think it was like 80, I don't want to say $100. I think it was like around $80 or something like that. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and this is the airbrush bronzer in the shade medium 2. As you can see, I have hit the pan, which means this is a good product. If you hit a pan in a product and you finish that thing, it's good. We literally just tap, 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 tap. And then we're just gonna go over those darker areas. Again, I'm not fully swiping just yet. I'm still patting into the skin. And then we circular motion. Go in with a little bit more. And just going back over those darker areas that we did before with that darker concealer shade. And then I'm adding just a little bit down my neck and on my jawline, just so it all kind of blends in to one. Now this next product I got recently. This is by James Charles. This is the Painted, and this is the blush in the shade Dolly Doll. Just patting in here, tap that off. It does actually come with a cream blush as well at the top. However, we're not using that today. We are just using that. And again, I want to pat that. I'm going to pat that on both sides because it is a little bit pigmented. And then we're just going to buff that into the skin. And that is pretty much your base done. When I say pretty much your base done, we're still going to add highlighter at the end, but I leave that to last because it's the best part. Time to draw on these brows. So I do have a new pencil like I showed you earlier. However, I still haven't finished the other one. This is the one that I'm currently working with. So we're almost there, but we still got pencil to go. I hate drawing my brows on camera. I feel like I need to concentrate and I need to focus. I don't need to do a hell of a lot because I did just dye them, but I'm just filling in any of those sparse areas. And fun fact, I have a scar right here. So the dye generally doesn't really work and it doesn't pick up on my skin. So I still draw in my eyebrows every day. Luckily the pencil does go over that part. There you go. I'm just gonna brush them into place and then I'm gonna gel them into place. I feel like I actually need to get my eyebrows done again just so I can get them back to the shape that I wanted. I don't know. They're sisters as well. They're not fucking twins. I was lucky enough to be sent this by a gym company that does makeup for gym girlies. And this is just their wand that you can set your brows in place. So literally just brushing that gel through my brows. And I like brushing this through my brows because I feel like it's not as harsh. All right, now this is the product that I was telling you about that I cannot live without. I have used this for years. It is a hack to do quick makeup, quick eyes, and of course it's sparkly. So this is literally my holy grail and the best color for me personally. This is the Stila Liquid Glitter and Glow. Now I have used this for years and it's in the shade Kitten Karma. All different colors. I still have more. I've got the shades Gold Goddess, Diamond Dust, and Smoky Storm. I also do really love Diamond Dust. It's more of a silvery color and my sister also loves that one. So I usually buy her one for Christmas and it's super easy. So you just literally, it has the own little applicator and you just put that straight on your freaking eyeball. Well, not your eyeball, your eyelid. Just patting that on and smearing it out a little bit. And I'll go in with my finger in a second and just blend it out a little bit more. And obviously, if you want to make the glitter even more popping, then I usually go back in and make it a little bit more sparkly. But usually when we're doing like a little can't be bothered makeup look, you just leave it just like that. Beautiful. Now for my favorite part, highlighter. Now, I still get a little bit overwhelmed with which one I should choose because I have so many favorites. Highlighter is literally my favorite part of my makeup routine. But here is a couple that are probably in my top 3 or my most reached for. This one is Jeffree Star Supreme Frost Diamond Wet. Now this is just incredible. I freaking love it. I use it all the time. However, for a family event, I'm probably gonna put this one down today because it is pretty in your face. Another one that I love is MAC Oh Darling. Now this is more of a goldy color and it is a little bit less heavy or a little bit less in your face, but still super nice. And then the other one that I love reaching for too is by Becca, and it is the Champagne Pop. Now on camera, this doesn't look as good. It's more of a rosy gold color, but I promise you, as soon as you put it on your face, you're like, oh my God. So that being said, I'm gonna use Champagne Pop today. Going in with another little Morphe brush that looks something like this. I'm literally just gonna tap, 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 tap. And this one I do lightly swipe on my skin. I love. Oh my God, just every time. Never disappoints me, every time. A little bit on the nose, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, a tiny little bit underneath the eyebrow. The other thing that I love doing is getting a tiny little brush that looks like this, and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. Tap, 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 pop and open to my eyes. Normally I'd go in with almost like a white highlighter on the inner corner of my eye, but I do not need to today. All right, we've almost pulled the whole look together. It's time to go in with some setting spray. Spray that all over your face. Now, before I add my lip gloss or anything like that, it's time to do my hair. Also guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I haven't had my hair done since February. It's literally fucking October. It's literally November next week. I'm going to get my hair done mid-November. My hairdresser's gonna hate me. One more layer to go. Normally do this in 3 sections, so 1 section left. This is the strand that either makes your vibe or kills your vibe. It's all right. So I'm going to lightly brush these through, and then I saw a hack at the start of the week. I've been really wanting to try it, but I'm like, when the heck am I gonna curl my hair? Today's the day. I'm gonna try this hack that I saw. If you want to put more volume into your hair without using any hairspray or gel, is the hack that I wanted to try. Instead of brushing your curls out, you want to brush them up. Okay, it looks like a bird's nest. You want to get like, I think in between the curls and like brush them upward. Well, this side definitely has more volume than this side, as you can see, but I'm not sure if it looks a bit messy. But obviously with this hack, you can always curl them or pull them like back down again. Amazing. I took a bit of a different approach on the other side. I literally just grabbed all my hair and did it all together. And to be honest, I actually think it worked a little bit better. Slowly. Time to put the look all together. Gonna go in with a little bit of lip gloss / lip stain, I guess. This is from Fenty Beauty and it's in the color Unbutton. I don't like to use too much of this. I also like to go in with my finger and just blend her all out. I'm really not much of like a lippy girl. As on my teeth. So you could totally just leave it like that, or I like to go in on top with another Fenty Beauty product. It's the lip gloss in the shade Fussy. And there we have the finished look. Now for the hard part is I have to go and choose my outfit. Generally I'm pretty organized, but today I'm just not. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please don't forget to give me a little like down below, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on post notifications, or go and watch one of my latest videos. And in the meantime, don't forget, be bright, be bold, be you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.